Okay, what's going on, guys? This is Josh from Spotted Euros. We're back at the auction, but we're picking up a car. We're picking up another Touareg, and if you're a fan, you might have an idea on which Touareg we're picking up. We'll talk about it once we get to it, but like I said, we're picking up a new Touareg. Now, luckily, this auction that we're at is my local auction. I don't like it. They're not good. Anyway, moving on. Not a big deal. So let's see if we can find this. I've got jumper cables because I can almost guarantee you it is going to have a dead battery. Now, so let's pick up this car. I've got the trailer. We're gonna tow it home. But for some of you, this might be good news. For others, it might be whatever news. For me, it's kind of like whatever. I don't know. But hit the subscribe button. Really help me out if you hit subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I'm getting closer, but it's kind of a ways, so if you could help me out, hit subscribe, that would be awesome. In the meantime, I saw this GTI. Let's check that out. Mark 4. Mark 4 GTI. Looks good. Those are the 18-inch. I forget what they call them. Starts with an A. Yeah, it doesn't look bad in here. 226,000 miles. According to that, it's a 20th edition. It does have the body kit in the wheels. Just who knows if that was... There you go. Check engine light is on, but other than that, shifter feels good. 6 gears too. Huh. So for anyone who didn't see, we had one of these recently. I got it for $900. $900 at the auction. Here's this one. It has a rear wiper delete. Looks like it was local. There's some damage there. And there's definitely damage here. Fenders have been rolled. I'm sure at some point this sat a lot lower too. That fender is really messed up. I don't know what the deal is with the paint there. Yeah, it doesn't look bad with 226,000 miles. Well, it is what it is. Okay, I wonder how much that GTI will go for. 226,000 miles is definitely quite a few. But if we could pick it up for $500, might not be a bad car to be driving around. It's kind of beat up though, but our last one was even more beat up. So I'm trying to find the car. I don't see it. Thought it would be back here. There's an S4. 119, I think it said, 1,000 miles. Okay guys, I cannot for the life of me find this car. And this is the type of stuff. This is Utah location type stuff where stuff doesn't get labeled correctly. You can't find stuff. Cars are in weird spots. Anyway, so I'm literally just having to go through everything. But we are driving the Audi S4 Drives really nice. It is an automatic, but that makes it easy to drive around. So let me just keep looking, I guess. I even talked to the security guard. Oh, wait a minute. What is it doing over here? There she is. Okay, guys. Here it is. The Touareg. We're picking up the Touareg. We're picking it back up. As you can see, the hood is popped. It's probably because this has battery issues. But let me get situated here. Still looks good. Let's see. Moment of truth. Yep, it's still misfiring. I was hoping that possibly, you know, it fixed itself while it was here. But started right up, didn't even need a jump. What the? Does it have a flat tire? It's kind of acting weird. Let's see. Maybe that's why. No. Okay guys, we've got the Touareg. It's back. I guess it never left. It just, anyway, we'll talk about what we're doing here. Here we go. It sure looks good. Even with these wheels that I don't really like, it looks pretty good. So now's the fun task of loading this thing up, and we got to strap this down on every corner to be safe. But I'll maybe set up the camera here so that you guys can see this. It's not too bad, but it definitely will lift up the front end. Let's see if I can set this up. Okay guys, not too bad. There's the TDI. It's not even squatting that bad. But maybe we need to move it up a little bit more. It's usually squatting a little bit more than that. But I think we're okay. Let's see here. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be pretty front heavy. Maybe I'll move it forward just a couple of inches. As you can see, I mean, this is a heavy load right here. Sure looks good. Man, it looks good. Make sure and close the hood. Even under here. So let me get this all strapped down, and then I'll just kind of talk about what the plans are for this Touareg, why it's back, all that kind of stuff. Okay, there it is, all loaded up. We got it strapped down nice and tight. I pushed it forward, or I drove it forward a couple more inches. And here's what we're looking at. Looks pretty good. It always, oh, it kills me how nice this is. This would be a lot easier if this thing was a hunk of junk, but it really isn't. So, plans. What are we doing with this thing? Why is it back? What's going on? So, let's talk about it. So, I'm at the auction. I sent this Touareg back to the auction and tried to sell it 3 different times. Now, I've already expressed some of my frustrations with this Utah location. They're really the worst. They can't manage 400 cars, whereas some of the California locations do 2,500 cars a week. So it's kind of frustrating when they can't handle, I think they may do 600, 800 cars a week, and they just can't do it. So one of the frustrating things with this car is it never got a condition report for those 3 weeks. Now, obviously, it's got some issues. The engine definitely is not running right. I'm not 100% convinced that it's blown. We're gonna have to look into that a little bit more than just kind of taking the mechanic's word for it. But otherwise, this is a really great car. You know, these at the auction kind of go for around 2,000, and I think the most it ever got to was 900, which, I mean, there's like a $200 auction fee with this. So if I'm selling this for 900 bucks, I end up with 700 bucks. What's 700 bucks gonna get me? Nothing. Nothing at all. The wheels, I took the wheels off and someone's wanting to buy them for $450. So the idea of selling this whole thing for 700 bucks when easily I could get $450 out of the wheels, the seats, I mean the whole interior, it's all really nice. I feel like I could get $400 or $500 for all of these seats. I mean, there's just so much here. So parts alone, this is just worth, I mean, headliner's in perfect shape. Everything's in perfect shape in this thing. So I got floor mats, I got carpet floor mats. I mean, if you were to go and part this thing out, you could definitely pretty easily get more than 700 bucks. Now, the question is that the plan? No, it's not the plan. I don't have the means, I don't have the time, I don't have the resources to part this out, this huge car. I don't have the space for all those parts, and it would take forever. Touaregs are not that popular. There aren't that many people, although they may not be extremely reliable and people may need parts off of this. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's all gonna just fly off the shelf. So if I were to just take this thing apart, I imagine I would have Touareg parts for the rest of forever, which is something I don't really want to do. So here's what the plan is. I think eventually, well, two things. One, I think I'm gonna try and find someone who's a little more experienced in the Touareg area. So the mechanic I use, unfortunately, I've always really liked them. They've always done a really good job, but their head mechanic, who has been there a long time and who ultimately always worked on my Touaregs, he no longer works there. And they hired some guy from the dealership that I've worked with at the dealership and never liked. So now I gotta, anyway. So unfortunately, they're definitely good for the small stuff, but something like this, I really don't think I can take his word on. Bent valves, low compression. I just don't know if he has enough experience to just claim, hey, the engine is completely done. Now, it very well could be. That's definitely not what I'm saying. The engine could be done on this, but basically, I'm gonna go and we're gonna get another opinion on this at some point. Now, this is very much a back burner. I'm gonna keep this around. We're gonna look at it, and when I have the means to kind of fix this thing, we're gonna most likely take care of it. So it does feel good to me to know that we're taking care of this Touareg, especially because it's in such good shape. I mean, just look at it. And we have the ability to make videos on this. So I had a plan of a few different videos that we were going to make. So I think I'm going to go forward with some of those videos. Let me know in the comments section what you think. Some of the stuff, I mean, it's kind of funny to be working on a car that might have a blown engine, but at the same time, there's some small stuff that I wanted to kind of do and make videos on that I think are still pretty entertaining, even though it kind of has an issue right in this front section here. So that's the plan. At some point, I think we'll take it to a different mechanic, someone who has experience with Touaregs. We'll see what they think. If it needs a new engine, I mean, I don't have that much experience, but to think like we might be tackling an engine. I might be swapping out the engine in this myself. I'll just, give myself plenty of time, and we might end up just doing it ourselves. Save the money. I can get an engine for not that much money, put it in, and then we'll see what it goes. But don't expect anything really here in the too near future, because we still got to figure out what we're doing with this. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. The Touareg is back. The V8 Touareg is back. It'll probably be in the background. I'll make a couple videos on it, but let me know what you guys think. Should I have taken $700 for this, or should I park it and wait till I'm ready to really fix this thing? So let me know what you guys think. Hit the subscribe button. Really help me out if you hit subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I'm getting closer, but it's kind of a ways. So if you could help me out, hit subscribe. That would be awesome. Anyways, thanks guys. Thanks for watching.